Hey viewers, today we're going to take a look at something that I'd consider one of the universal Japanese cameras of the 70s. In the same way that there is the universal Japanese motorcycle, I suppose you could call this a UJC. No, it's the Minolta SRT-201. Pretty ubiquitous, like I said, and I guess you could say this is kind of one of the more feature-laden of the SLRs of the amateur variety of the time. As you can see, it goes up to 1,000th of a second, about the fastest useful speed that you'd need in a film camera, in my humble opinion. I mean, I know that you can get up to 4,000th, and I think one of the Leicas do an 8,000th of a second on film. That's pretty intense, and it has one of my features that I really like, that being a depth of field preview. And not all the older amateur cameras had this, and I actually like the system on my Canon FTB better, and I'll explain why when I review that. I don't have it right now, a friend has it. But anyway, I'll get into impressions of this thing real quick. I haven't actually shot film in this, and the reason I'm reviewing it without having shot is that I'm selling it because I have 23, 24 cameras, and I really gotta thin down. I like this, but I really don't see a reason to shoot with it over my FTB. It doesn't really have any extra features. It does, however, have a really nice finder window in it. It's pretty good coverage. It's real bright. Not necessarily way better than the FTB, but it's certainly a very nice window to use, and I really like the shutter button at the wind lever. It makes a really nice place for your finger to fall back to. It also makes a very nice snappy mechanical noise. Anyway, I'll pull the lens off real quick. You see it's a metal bayonet mount, as these Minoltas do use. There's lots of really good Minolta lenses. I'm not really qualified to comment on them. I know there's the MC, the MD series. They have a long lens history and lots of cool things. This is a 45mm, 45-2, and it's actually a really thin lens. Let's see if I don't know where's perspective. Here's a lens cap to this T3 I'm borrowing, and as you can see, this lens is 40 millimeters thick. It means it's got kind of a tiny focus ring, but it really is quite usable. And it's only got a 5-bladed aperture, I think, but that's not really a big, huge deal when you care about these things. Oh, and did I get this right? Yes, I did. Alright. Anyway, it's got the self-timer on it, so the shutter speeds go up to 1,000. It has a light meter built in. It's a through the lens, simply a needle and dot system, or sorry, needle and match needles, what I should say. There's 2 needles, and you line one up with the other. The problem that I find with this, well, this one is a little bit off, I think, but the other thing is this system you turn off on and off on the bottom of the camera, and that I know if I shot with this, I would forget that. The Canon has a switch right here, and it's a little bit of a pain, but it is. You see it. You can see when you left it on or turned it off. And here it's just kind of unused space. Different strokes, different folks. Some people probably like the look better. In the back, it's got kind of the traditional loading. Again, I like my Canon a little better because it has the quick load. This is kind of the standard threaded in, turn it, watch it go. It's got a cloth focal plane shutter. And that is about it. These are cheap. You could take amazing pictures of them. It's got a hot shoe. Build quality is fantastic. Self-timers have the DOF preview, which I think is a great thing to start using if you don't use it. So anyway, Minolta SRT-201, solid camera.